Grows both of his...
Is this response volcanic fallout? Yes, response volcanic fallout. There is a forge tender in play.
Right. It will terror your burnt and forge tender.
Pretty much. Ah, the second volcanic fallout. That is quite good. That even gets a Johnny, right?
Yes, it does.
That'll kill a Johnny, and it'll kill one of the figures.
One figure.
Quite good for Gabriel Nassif.
Game two.
His walls offset the life he loses to the volcanic fallout, and Yamamoto is now down to a figure and a Revel Arc. Now the figure can go large and beat up on the walls. Gabe's still going to have to come up with an answer to that. Attack, attack, says Yamamoto.
Attack.
Nope, just
actually just says attack. He still have 5 cards. I guess he's just not doing anything.
I mean, he's playing like one a turn. He's been Mind Stone has gotten him an extra card. Nassif keeps bouncing things from time to time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Nassif does choose to block, essentially daring Yamamoto to fully power it up. And Yamamoto declines. Interesting. Oh, is this going to be a Johnny and deal the last 3 that way? Or Spectral Procession, hoping to bait permission so that a Johnny will resolve next.
I think he's fine with Spectral Procession.
I think he is too. Yeah, I have 3 1/1s.
Okay.
I have 1/6 walls. What do I care about 3 1/1 flyers?
Trying the Johnny here now?
I think you have to. It's really scary though, because it drops him to 3 cards in hand. Yeah, I think Yamamoto's right there. I mean, it's really tempting, but if he plays a Johnny, it would in fact have gotten countered. Nassif can untap and Cruel Ultimatum his entire hand away. And he even has to tap the Mind Stone to cast the Johnny there. So Yamamoto has clearly put Nassif on Cruel Ultimatum. That's the only reason to decline there. So he's doing his best to play around Cruel Ultimatum. Nassif doing his best to set it up.
I think he's just going to do it here, right? Nope.
Yeah, I think full price Muldrifter seems fine. Draw a couple cards. Now I've got another 2/2 flying blocker. The other thing is that when Nassif plays Cruel Ultimatum, Yamamoto can choose to sack the Revel Arc.
Okay.
I think what Nassif would love to do is if he can bounce the Revel Arc.
That would also trigger the Revel Arc.
Oh, you're right.
Revel Arc's a frustrating card.
Enough turn. Enough turn.
Is that path?
Path to exile one of the
Path to exile one of the walls.
When do you do that? Enough turn you do? Or...
He's doing it right now.
What phase do you believe we are currently in, sir?
この効果がスタックに乗る前。
乗る前。
スタック。
具体的に。具体的には。
There's 1 point of life at stake.
第2メインフェーズが終わるときにこれはライフ回復するんですか？
テストですか？
はい。
テストは、
So the debate is whether or not Nassif has had an opportunity to target.
メインフェーズ、セカンドメインフェーズ。
セカンドメインフェーズ。
That's fine.
Nassif's like, that's fine. It's okay.
That's the right answer. Second main phase. I mean, it's the
Do
right
you have
play.
to shuffle or do you have to go? Do you have to search?
It's like, I don't have any more basic lands.
Do you have to shuffle with that or not? If you have no lands left.
If you choose not to search, you don't need to.
Okay, let's not shuffle then. Okay.
Let's see if all out of basics.
18.
3 islands in play.
Go.
Draw.
Combat.
All right, Rar, Rebel Arc, and the figure. Rebel Arc can, in theory, just get blocked by the wall.
That's right.
But we know
Block.
Yamamoto has an Ajani,
Okay.
so he's just trying to set up where Ajani can finish off the wall. And Yamamoto does not pump the figure. He's content to deal 4 to Gabe. Nassif now at 14. Here is Knight of the White Orchid, which is, in fact, going to be good for value.
It's an untapped plains.
Gets an untapped plains. Apparently has a significantly smaller card name in Japanese.
It's called Bob.
Bob, Knight. Put it past Japan to have a kanji specifically for of the White Orchid. Oh, and he just passes again. All right, path to exile on figure. Oh, Celestial Purge, my bad. Celestial Purge on figure. So what are we waiting for? I mean, Nassif is clearly trying to set up
We're at
Cruel
3 cards.
ultimatum.
We're at 3 cards in hand for Yamamoto
with a Mind Stone.
with a Mind Stone. That's fair.
Yep. So he's effectively got 4 cards if he needs it. That's why, and Yamamoto has been very cagey in trying not to go down to the point where his hand would get cleared by a Cruel Ultimatum.
And to not tap out.
He's not tapping out. He's not playing his spells, which at some level I think Nassif is fine with.
Right.
I mean, Nassif is favored in the long game, so the fact that Yamamoto is playing slower and not going for it, I don't think Nassif's all that upset. It's like, okay, fine, I'll spend my time, summoning Mole Drifters and whatnot. But again, my question, what are we waiting for? What is Nassif trying to build up to eventually do?
I think
Is
we're
it
going to
time?
see the Cruel Ultimatum.
Yes. There it is. Yep.
Okay.
Yamamoto Mind Stones.
You get a Broodmate Dragon back here.
Right.
Discarded
Gonna bring
previously.
back.
Or Mole Drifter.
Broodmate Dragon.
Yeah, Broodmate Dragon. Yamamoto gets to keep 1 card.
Sacrifice? Yeah. Sacrifice. Oh, wait, is it?
Checking the order in which you sacrifice and discard could be relevant with Rebel.
Doesn't he have to? Can he? I guess he can get it back, right?
The order was changed to the original.
Okay. Okay.
Yamamoto does in fact choose to sack Rebel Arc.
Shockingly.
Gets back. The Siege Gang that he just discarded. And Flamekin Harbinger. So Yamamoto had been holding on to that Siege Gang commander for many, many turns. Setting up precisely this play. 2 Ajani Vengeance went to the graveyard. It was 2 Ajanis and a Siege Gang was the play from Yamamoto.
And 1 mystery card. We don't know what it is.
Right, he has a card in his hand. We know it's a Figure of Destiny. Yeah, he drew the second Ajani off the Mind Stone.
Oh, that's right.
So, Yamamoto has managed to smuggle a Siege Gang commander into play without ever having to cast it. Nassif, meanwhile, picks up some life, picks up some cards,
Enough turn.
picks up a Broodmate Dragon. How are there 9 monsters on the other side of the board after Cruel Ultimatum is off? How did that happen?
Cruel Ultimatum made me put 4 creatures into play.
Apparently.
20?
5.
Targeted 12. 20. No,
Harder
20.
to kill.
Oh, wait. Okay, go.
Steve's still got a little bit of tricky in him, I think.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of damage over there.
Okay. And draw first.
In your draw phase,
During
discard
your
2.
draw, they'd make you discard 2, sure. It's pretty good. Oof, gets a Rebel Arc. And a Figure. Right, well, we knew it was Rebel Arc, of course, from the Harbinger. So Nassif had been setting that up all along. Fully expected Yamamoto to get the Harbinger back, put Rebel Arc on top, but he'd been sitting on an Esper Charm so that after Cruel Ultimatum he could get rid of that Rebel Arc that way. But meanwhile, I don't know that Nassif was planning on the Siege Gang commander. And all of a sudden, crunch. There is tons of damage coming over.
He's going to block a token. He's going to block Siege Gang with Muldrifter.
Right.
He's going to take 2.
Yeah, I think Yamamoto's trying to
We'll
decide
take
whether or
7.
not to commit Siege Gang to the attack.
8. 8. 4 activations.
He can activate all 4 times. So that's 8 damage. Well,
What does he have enough mana to do?
I think he's got, say 7 minutes? 7
Oh,
minutes.
he sacked the Mind Stone. Yep.
All right,
he keeps
does
Siege Gang
not
back.
commit Siege Gang to the attack. Doesn't want to let Muldrifter pick it off. So what happens here? You block the tokens or
You
the
block 2
goblins?
tokens, right?
Thinking.
Do you want the flying tokens or do you want to force his hand on the goblins? Yamamoto has no cards in his hand. Nassif eventually drew into an Esper Charm, which he could combine with Cruel Ultimatum to strip Yamamoto's hand. We also know Nassif's got a Broodmate Dragon that he picked up with the Cruel Ultimatum. Well, everybody knows. Yamamoto knows, too.
Block like this.
Block like this. Decides he wants to pick off the flyers. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yamamoto can deal as many as 6 more, but that 13, not enough. Nassif at 20. So 7 damage is going to drop Nassif to 13. And Yamamoto passes the turn. Now I gotta think there's a Broodmate Dragon in Nassif's future. Not only does it put a pair of 4/4 flyers into play, but it also gains 4 life.
Changes life total race. Although he can...
There's the Broodmate Dragon. Two 4/4 flyers. There's now 4 blockers. So Yamamoto's attacking is not very profitable any longer.
And upturn. Target. Wall target. Dragon.
Do you just throw 2 goblins at it as a response? I think you do, right? Take out a 4/4 flyer and deny him 4 life?
I think Nassif is fine with this.
Yeah, but I think it's better for Yamamoto to do it than not. Yeah, I think you gotta throw 2 goblins at it. And I like the Nassif's odds in this game, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Yamamoto's played it pretty well. Yamamoto needs help from the top of his deck. What does he? Probably needs another Siege Gang? Rebel Arc?
He needs a Rebel Arc or another Siege Gang. He needs Gabe to not have drawn any counter magic.
Right. Yeah, that's true. The cool ultimatum gave Gabe a handful of cards, so
I see some blue.
I think he's had a Broken Ambitions this whole time, actually.
Right.
I'd be surprised if there's a profitable attack.
See, is at 13.
Yeah, Yamamoto says go. Hang on the floor says, Nassif has the sum total of 4 counterspells in his hand.
And can start attacking.
Yeah. He's gaining 4 life a turn from the wall. I guess he can lose the dragon to...
Enough turn. Target dragon.
Yeah. End of turn, target dragon. I think Yamamoto's got to do this again.
He's going to cryptic
Cryptic
command
command, nice.
dragon and draw a card.
Repulse.
Bounce, draw.
Yep. Bounces the dragon, draws a card. Still got plenty of untapped lands to counter with a Broken Ambitions. This game looks over. I don't think there's any series of cards Yamamoto can use to get back into it. Spectral Procession is Yamamoto's attempt. I don't even know that Gabe cares about that one.
Doesn't look like he cares.
Nope. You can have 3 1/1 flyers. I'll play 2 4/4 flyers. Oh, and mine gained me 4 life too.
Yep. Attack with Maul Drifter.
Yeah.
2 for 1 you. Well, 2 for 2/3 you.
Yeah, but it's more like 1/3 for 2/3. I think it actually is a 2 for 1.
Yep.
1/3 to 2/3. 2 for 1. I can do math.
There's another Spectral Procession. That might be annoying.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Gabe's thinking. This is mildly annoying. You have 1 card in your hand, and I have 4 counterspells. I guess 3 counterspells.
Yeah,
Enough.
Broken Ambitions for 5.
There's another Broken Ambitions on top of my deck. What do you have?
Elspeth on top
Keep.
Yes, you get to keep your Elspeth. I have a plan for it though. All 3 flyers head in, 2 4/4s and a 2/2. Well, this is the point where Yamamoto should start shuffling.
Or chomping.
Takes 6 down to 8. Sith gains 4 back up to 17.
It seems like a scoop phase.
It's actually 21 to 6. Here's Elspeth. There's Broken Ambitions. Pithing Needle. Oh, that's funny. I think that was, I want to see 1 more card from your deck. It's about, oh, okay, there's still Pithing Needle after sideboarding. That's good to know. Alright, here's 2 dragons and a Mull Drifter. Chump, chump.
Yeah, 2, I gained 4. 25, go.
25 to 2. This is game 2, by the way. Best 3 out of 5 matchup, and Gabriel and Nassif had evened it at a game apiece.
That Esper Charm was terrific.
Yeah, I was saying, like, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Nassif had a plan.
He
It's
knew
like,
that.
all right.
He knew that Flamekin Harbinger was going to bring back a Revelar. Yep. Create a real problematic loop for him.
Yep. So he basically waited for an Esper Charm, and as soon as he found the Esper Charm, that was the time to push the cool ultimatum button. Well played game from Gabriel Nassif.
Yeah, I thought it was well played from Yamamoto also.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, I mean, Yamamoto made things as difficult as he could.
Right.
But, I mean, the long game just does plain favor the 5-color deck.
Yeah, he just eventually he just got enough mana, got enough to the right amount of bounce, the right amount of discard, the right amount of removal.